Good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Today has been a very challenging day for you as parents or guardians and our students and staff. Despite the challenges, we wanted to make sure that you were actively informed throughout the day in terms of the metrics we took in collaboration with the new Norwalk Police Department to ensure the safety of our students. I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Chief Walsh to provide you with an update of the current situation and where things stand at the present time.
Thank you, Dr. Estrella. Today at noon, the Norwalk Police Communication Center received a very specific, detailed threat purported to be a Norwalk High student allegedly armed with a weapon. At that time, multiple units responded to Norwalk High School in cooperation with Norwalk Public Schools and the administration of Norwalk High. The building was placed on lockdown. Surrounding school buildings, Merrimack and Nathan Hale, were also placed on lockout as a security measure. Once that was completed, the students were evacuated from their classroom, placed into the gymnasium and auditorium in a very orderly process in cooperation with the teachers and administration. Once that was completed, a systematic search was conducted after the students were dismissed to their parents and buses. A systematic search of the building was done of all the backpacks and belongings left behind to make sure there was no weapons. No weapons were located at the completion of the search. Currently, our Detective Bureau is working with neighboring law enforcement communities that received similar threats throughout Connecticut, and possibly also in cooperation with our federal partners to see if we could possibly locate and trace the origin of these phone calls, especially the bomb threat that occurred on Wednesday and today's incident, to possibly make an arrest.
Despite this incident, we see safety and security as an essential component of what we do in schools, because we want to make sure that when students come to learn, they are in a safe environment. A few days ago, we started the Safety and Security Task Force, which will be looking at systems and structures across the district and assessing its effectiveness, and also looking at ways in which we can continue to strengthen and improve practices that are in place. Alongside this, we have Ryan Harold, who will be joining or has joined our team to support around the safety and well-being of our students in the district. So I'll give him a moment to introduce himself and just say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Estrella. I'm very happy and very pleased and excited to be part of Norwalk Public School System. We've already began looking at individual safety plans and protocols at each school, and I look forward to continue that work to ensure the safety of both students and staff moving forward. Today, all protocols were followed by the book. It was a great job by all staff in collaboration with NPD, and I look forward to continue that relationship and improve upon those processes.
Thank you. And to support students given the traumatic experience today, we wanted to ensure that as we continue to support the social emotional needs, that we had additional personnel at Norwalk High School and PTech Monday and most of next week to support students as well as staff in whatever needs that they might have. So we have a team of school counselors coming to on site on Monday, as well as potentially most of next week, to support students and make sure that they have someone that they can speak to if they're expressing any concerns or they feel the need to have confidential conversations with an expert or an adult. We also have collaborated with the city and Lamont's team to have members of different agencies support our teachers around their social emotional needs. So we will have a team here also on Monday to support our staff. And that will be accomplished through FSA and Mid-Fairfield clinics. So we're really appreciative of the support that they will give us in order to do that. The principals have also set practices in place to continue to support staff and students in the next days, as well as the rest of the year, as we continue to refine how we continue to look at safety and security across the district. So I'll turn it over to our principals to speak to what they will be doing next week.
So we are making sure that student safety is our top priority, making sure that students and staff have access to resources to get them through what has been a very traumatic week and a traumatic year. To that end, we are making sure that there are advisories in place every Wednesday, even though we have Thursday advisory typically before the half days take place. We're also making sure that our school counselors, school social workers, and other support staff are available to everyone in the building, regardless of whether or not they're a student or staff member, to ensure that they have someone that they can talk to, someone that they can go to, because again, safety is our #1 priority.
And I do want to mention that there have been incidents this week on campus that give us some concern. So we are working, as Dr. Estrella and Ms. Amaker have said, with our administrative team, with our counseling department, and with our safety committee to make sure that we address those concerns as they should be.
And I want to thank the community for your support as we continue to manage this situation and continue to support our students and always putting student safety and staff safety first. So again, we will continue to keep you informed as we acquire more information on this matter. And we're really grateful that NPD did such an amazing job in supporting us through this process, and that we didn't find any weapons in our buildings. Yet we needed to take the precautionary measures that we took because we didn't have that information until now. And we can now say that our building is clear. We will have students pick up their materials on Monday. We will start the day as a B day and then transition back to A schedule. But we want to make sure that on Monday students have the opportunity to gather their belongings at the location where they left them today prior to the evacuation. So I thank you again for your patience through this process, and I hope you have a restful weekend.